Morning, YouTube. Well, maybe it's not morning where you are, but it's 6:53 a.m. here on Thursday, August 5th. Welcome to my channel. My name is April, and I'm a part-time reseller on platforms like Poshmark, primarily Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and Mercari. And thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk with you about my top 10 sales, highest sales prices in July of 2021, as well as my bottom or lowest 5 sale prices, not necessarily profit. And I also want to kind of go over what happened in July as far as revenue. And yeah, so my name's April, as I mentioned before. If you're new to my channel, I am a mom of 5, ages 8 to almost 17. We have a 17-year-old now on August 21st. I live in a very small town in northern New York, very rural. So most of our thrift stores around here are really community thrift sponsored by churches. I am a full-time ELA teacher. I teach grade 8 ELA, and I have for 20 years in the same district. This will be my 21st year in the district in which I teach. Love teaching, but I love thrifting just as much. So if this is the kind of content or the kind of person that you're interested in, I don't know if even that made sense, please subscribe if you like this video at the end. And here we go. So let's go ahead and get started. I had this all ready yesterday and then my computer wouldn't work. So let's go ahead and get started. And I just want to talk quickly about what happened in July. So in July, my revenue was $5,051. So that's my revenue. After 20% Posh fees, that left me with $4,041.20. Now back out my cost of goods, which on average for me is $4 an item. So I just go with that. That was $700 on 175 sales. Taking that away, that left me with $3,341.20. And then I had about $70 in shipping discounts for July. So that left me with $3,271.20 in profit. So let's take a look at where that came from. I'm pretty happy with that considering I took about a week off to go see my sister in Florida. She just moved her business there from New York. So I went down to help her with her 2 very young children, 6-month-old and 2-year-old. And I did have my closet in vacation mode for a couple days, and then after that I just went ahead and sold things, but then messaged the buyer letting them know I wouldn't be able to ship it for 4 days, which is definitely longer than I normally take. These are all Poshmark sales. They are not eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or Mercari, although Poshmark right now is my best-selling platform. So let's go ahead and start with our top 10, or our number 10. Number 10 item was this vintage Jessica Gunney's prairie lace tiered skirt. It was a really pretty skirt that I found at a community sale. I paid about $1 for it, and it sold within 2 hours for $55, which was a little bit below my asking price. So that was number 10. Number 9 were these men's Vask hiking boots. These came in a men's ThredUp rescue box. It's the only men's box that I've gotten, and overall it's done okay. I got a ton of men's like button-up dress shirts, which really is not appealing to me. The average price per good on the cost per good on this is a little higher than what you would get if you bought a women's box. I think it was around $6. But these sold within a couple weeks for $58. So that was my number 9. I'm going to go ahead and close these windows. Actually, no, I'm not going to, just in case this video for some reason doesn't work. Number 8, there was a 3-way tie. Starting with this Isabel Marant Amaria blouse. I got this blouse at another local community church-sponsored thrift store. I paid probably $3 for it, and it sold within a week for $60. Also in 8th place is this Lily Pulitzer scuba dress. This took about a year to sell. I purchased this Arbitel. Wow. I purchased this at TJ Maxx for $10. It took about a year to sell for $60. I had this listed, I think, like at $95, and I got an offer and I just took it for $60. Also in 8th place is this women's helmet laying Grecian drape dress. It was new with tags. My daughter modeled it. It was a gorgeous dress. I had this for about a year. I picked it up at a local thrift store sponsored again by a church, the Salvation Army, for $4. And I had it listed at like 150, and it got some interest, but not a lot. And finally I got an offer and I just took it because I'd had it for so long. In 7th place is this Coach Vintage Waverly Soho um, purse. It was in very good condition. I got it from a ThredUp purse rescue box. I think my average cost for that box was about $15 an item. Um, it may have been 20 actually. I have actually covered my cost of goods for that box. This was the first item from the box to sell. Actually, I haven't covered my cost of goods. I think I've sold 2 of the 5 items from this box, sorry. I get confused because I've purchased multiple boxes. But this, I had this listed, I think, for $78 or something around that, and it did get an offer within a week for $64, and I accepted that offer. In 6th place is this Nike leather split toe Air Rift sneaker, which I kind of thought was ugly, personally. It was in a size 10. It came in a Jomar shoe box. Now, I've heard some people say that they didn't like the Jomar shoe boxes, but honestly, I've purchased multiple things from Jomar, and the shoe boxes have been the best in my opinion. You'll see another sale I had from a Jomar shoe box. My average cost of goods from this box was $4. I purchased 3 of these boxes, and I was actually very pleased with all of 3 of the boxes. This sold for $65 within a month of listing it. I actually want to say within a couple weeks. Actually, these sold within a week of listing it. The other was within a month. Number 5 place is this Emporio Armani messenger laptop bag. I did cross post to women's as well for this. Sold outright for my asking price of $70. This came from a Jomar ThredUp rescue box of, I think it was 10 bags for $150. I did do a video on this box, and then I did a follow-up video on this box. I'll put those videos in the description for this if you'd like to watch and see how I did. I definitely made my money back plus on that. This sold for $70, and it took probably about 8 weeks to sell. That was in 5th place. In 4th place, we had a tie. These were the other shoes from the Jomar box. These are Nike Shocks. Now, these are a high selling retail price, and they were listed very high in comps. Mine did have some wear, like you can see. So I did just know that they had some wear, loss of this black color to the sides. They sold for $75. I actually only got a 4-star review with no comment, but I'm guessing it was just because they were disappointed with the wear. Maybe they didn't look over the pictures. I'm not sure. But they did sell for $75, which I was very happy about. These were the ones that sold in about a week. And again, my average cost of goods was $4 for that Jomar box. And the next item in 4th place also came from the Jomar box. And it was these Leffler Randall, which is really a be on the lookout or a Bolo brand. These sell very well, very good. These sold for $75 as well. And these were in new condition, absolutely 100% new. They just didn't have the tag. So I was very happy. They were a size 5.5, which was a little nervous that I may not be able to sell them. In 3rd place is, I missed my 3rd place. So let's go ahead and find very quickly my 3rd place item. It was a Ted Baker, no, that is not it. A Ted Baker dress. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. Anyway, it was a Ted Baker dress, new with tags, and it retailed. I have no idea why it's not coming up. It retailed for about $500 maybe. The buyer purchased it on an offer for $100. I sent them the offer. Oh, I didn't put Ted Baker in the listing title. That's why. It was an XL. Okay, retailed for $335. Apologize for that. Here's a photo of it being worn. by somebody being sworn in. I don't know. And the person did leave me a 4-star review. I'm not really sure why. They didn't mention why. It was new. So anyway, it was accepted. So I'll take that. That's a great sale. This came from a women's 200-pound rescue box. It was on sale. A friend of mine that also has a YouTube channel, Nicole Wills, her channel is Soul Inspired Seller. Highly recommend you go check out her channel. She messaged me on Instagram and said that these were $50 off. So I did go ahead and purchase a 200-pound box, even though I did not need any more inventory. I did make videos of this, but haven't had a chance to edit them. I need to edit them because my computer died in the middle of it. I was not impressed with that rescue box. It was just kind of ho-hum, or meh, as my kids would say, meh. But this was a good sale. I've definitely made my money back, but it just took quite a bit of work. So in number 2 place was this 1940s dead stock polka dot Maylot swimsuit. And this was listed for a couple months. You know, I found it interesting that the actual sizing of it with a 36 bust really was tiny. Good thing it had a lot of stretch. My daughter, who's about a size 2, tried it on. It did fit her. This hasn't been accepted yet. Actually, no, this has been accepted and given a 5-star review from the buyer. And it was just an awesome piece. And I was kind of sad to see it go because it really, in my opinion, is kind of a little piece of history. So $125. I purchased this at a local Salvation Army for $4. And then in number 1 place, this hasn't been accepted yet. So hopefully it gets accepted, is a Prada silk polka dot pleated skirt. This is a beautiful skirt. It came from a ThredUp designer box. And I just wanted to show, it had a couple pulls, pulls, which I did show in the pictures. But it had been re-sewn at the clasp. So I did just show that they had re-sewn it. It didn't affect the wear of the item. It didn't affect what it looked like, but it looked like they had re-sewn it. So I did just show that, and I mentioned it in the listing. So those were my top 10 sales for July. So now on to my bottom 5 sales. So my bottom 5 sales for July. So in 5th place were these Banana Republic Moss roll-up chinos. These came from a Jomar box. Again, I only really love the Jomar shoe boxes. I have tried multiple Jomar boxes. I have other YouTubers that have recommended Jomar, Quenby, the Grateful Queen. I just am really struggling getting behind Jomar because I find that there are a lot of work for the return that I have gotten personally. I've only been doing this really seriously for about a year. So again, everybody has to do their own thing and take their own experience into account, how it works for them. But just in my opinion, I haven't really loved any of the clothing boxes from Jomar. So this sold for $13, and my average cost of goods is like $6.50 or $6.70. I don't remember exactly. And this took months to sell. So you can kind of see why I don't love Jomar. But I did accept it and got a 5-star review, so that was great. This halogen abstract print sleeveless blouse only sold for $13, which wasn't a big surprise. This came from my women's 200-pound rescue. My average cost of goods was about $2.40 or $2.50, somewhere around there. I had this listed, I think, for $20 or $18, and I accepted an offer for $13. It was a super cute blouse, which is why I listed it. I figured it would sell. I didn't think it would sell high, but it came from that ThredUp rescue that wasn't great. So I really was just taking some things normally that I may be a little pickier about if I got a great box and not list all of the things. But this I did because I really wanted to recoup my investment. In 4th place, it was a 6-way tie. So this also came from that ThredUp box. This sold on a $10 offer. I sent mass offers when the feature came out available to me to send mass offers. I did send them. I found a little lull in July, and I really wanted to kind of get some traction in my closet. So I sent a ton of offers with discounted shipping. This I sold for $10. It did have a little flaw. I did mention it in the listing. I really wasn't sure what the flaw was, so I just said it has a flaw. A spot on the back is shown in the last photo. It's not obvious because it is kind of more of a dress that has what do you want to call it? Not ruffles, but pleats, flowy, I guess, when it lands. But I really only made like $4.40 for this dress, which I paid $2.50 about for it. And then when they left me a 4-star review, I was super confused. I was like, I have no idea why. But anyway, they accepted it. It's gone. So that's that. Also in the um, 4-way tie or 6-way tie for fourth place were these men's charcoal gray shorts. Um, I'm not really sure why I got a 4-star review for these as well, but I did. And the person just said that they weren't expecting the material to be what it was. And I guess the lesson is just you're going to get 4 stars, you're going to get 3 stars. People aren't going to really have a reason to do that, and you just have to go ahead and accept it. Um, these came from the men's ThredUp box, and I listed a lot of the stuff from the men's ThredUp box because quite a bit was men's button-up work shirts, and I really didn't think they were going to sell great, so I had to kind of list things I normally wouldn't list because I wanted to make my money back. So my average cost of goods was pretty high. I think around $6 plus on that box. This North Face tank top, I actually didn't pay anything for besides a donation at a community thrift sale. So I did give a donation to that when I picked it up. So it sold for $10, so I made $7. I probably paid a quarter for it. This Reebok strappy blue bra was in excellent condition, size large. I got this in the ThredUp Rescue box, 200-pound box that I was talking about earlier that I really didn't get a ton of great quality pieces. So because bras are pretty easy to list, I went ahead and listed it. And there was no measurement, so that's why I did have to measure a bra. Normally I wouldn't measure a bra, but there wasn't a measurement, so I had to just compare it. It took a little bit more work because I had to do a little bit of work to find out what would this be comparable to in sizing, so I went and checked other Reebok bras. So I only made $10 on that, and I paid $2.50, so I literally only made like $5 on that sale, which is fine. This was a Victoria's Secret bra, also came from the ThredUp 200-pound rescue box, and I sold it for $10. I had this listed at $20. When I got an offer for $10, I just accepted it to move it. This was from a different 200-pound rescue box, and I was just like, okay, I'm ready to get rid of you. It's been listed for probably 3 months. I know some people will sit on items for quite a while, but for me, I guess I try to be more of a volume seller. So I did just get rid of it. And I do think that once you get moving in your closet, you tend to move more items. So this item I was really sad about. It sold for $10, and I wasn't sad because of the selling price, but I only had it listed for I think 15 or 18. But the person actually had made an offer on multiple J. Crew bangles. One was a lot of 3 bangles, and then separately this lot. And I had messaged them and said, I can combine this, I can cancel. I had accepted the other order before I had seen this offer come through, I should say that. And then later she made an offer on this, so I messaged her and I just said I can actually combine these for you to save you $7.50 on shipping. And she never messaged back, so I did accept this offer before the time ran out on it, which is sad because I like to save people money if I can. So this sold for $10, and I can't remember how much I paid for this, but again, my average cost of goods is $4. Now moving on to third place, I had 2 items that were a tie. This Gap strapless dress was my own dress from my closet. I did get this at an online like reseller. I think I probably paid like $3 for it. Sold for $8. It was one of the items in my closet the longest, over a year, because I started reselling my own things from my closet, which I highly recommend that if you're thinking about reselling, you do. So I just, you can see it even looks different than some of my other listings without the background, which I no longer do. So I didn't make a lot, but again, it was from my own closet and I really didn't wear it. So I got rid of it. Also in third place, this Lauren Conrad brooch I sold for $8. I paid, I think, $1 for it. I didn't buy it individually. I actually purchased this with a huge lot of jewelry on the online Goodwill auction site. And it was something small that I figured would sell. So I did list it, I think, for maybe 15, That's how I list most of my 3 for 15 items, and I do let people bundle those. I do list these smaller items because you can see I only have 3 pictures and they don't take a long time to list. They're not a lot of work. It goes fast. So, and they do bring people to my closet purchasing multiple items, which again, I feel builds traction. Being more of a volume seller, that's what I like to do. Also, okay, no, this is second place. This person gave me a 4-star review also, which I was not understanding of because this was exactly how I had it listed. It was in excellent condition. So again, you're going to get 4-star reviews that you have no idea why you get them. And this sold for $7. I probably paid $1 for this as well. It came in an online auction that I purchased a big group of jewelry, which you can go to the online Goodwill site, create an account, and do the same thing yourself. There's these items don't drop on a Friday night. You just bid on those items. And then my number one lowest priced item for July was this cat girl stockings. These were kind of adorable in my opinion. They had this like bird, it looked like almost like a swallow with a chain, kind of mimicking a tattoo. And they sold for $6. These came from a ThredUp fun box. My last ThredUp fun box actually I got 2 ThredUp fun boxes. My last 2 were not good. I did a video called my crappiest fun box unboxing. I have gotten some good fun boxes. I've gotten one fabulous fun box, but the last 2 have really honestly been disappointing. But you can go ahead and watch that video if you'd like. And this sold for $6. So that's it. Now, if you enjoyed this kind of content and the time that it took for me to put this together for you and to go through these sales with you, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. I would love it. Give this a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear any thoughts you got about my top 10 and my lowest 5 for July. So thanks for being an active observer of what I'm doing. And if you stuck to the end, you are a rock star. I have no idea how long this has taken. 22 minutes. So thank you so much. Check out my channel. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.